I'm Nick Seco from Home Right Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows, we do steel and fiberglass entry doors, we do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState with Tiny and Katie.
Joining us now on Let's Talk TriState, we have Gail Pelovitz. She is the Assistant Director of Communications for the Maryland Lottery. Gail, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Good to have you back. We had you on a couple months ago, and it was a pleasure. And as always, you come bearing gifts because there's a lot going on. So tonight, you were just saying we have a Powerball. What's it up to now?
So tonight's Powerball is up to $461 million.
Wow.
I don't see a bunch of hype about it yet, but I'm sure soon people will be excited, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I know. And then Mega Millions isn't far behind. Tomorrow night is 344, so 344 million for tomorrow night.
That is incredible. Wow. 300.
Yeah.
I can't imagine. Have you, in doing what, I would assume you have, but in doing your position with lottery, you've been there a lot of years. Have you actually met people who've won one of these Mega Millions?
Yes, I have. Most of them are pretty secretive.
Yeah.
We've even had some that have been like escorted, wanted to come up the back steps, things like that, so that nobody would see. But
right.
Yeah, I've seen some of the big winners, and they are definitely super excited.
I would imagine that I would think that I was living in some alternate reality. That this
I'm not sure how I would be able.
This can't be me. Today I go from whatever my job is, and now I'm making, or I've made, I'm worth close to $1 billion. It's just insane.
Yeah. It's a lot of decisions to be made.
No doubt. First thing, my advice would be get a lawyer.
Exactly. Lawyer, financial advisor.
Yeah,
a little
absolutely.
bit of both, probably.
So let's talk about, so we've covered the Powerball that is tonight and the insane amount that you could stand to win if you get your tickets now. Please play responsibly, obviously. But we have two things going on. First, let's talk about what March is when it comes to the Maryland Lottery. Gail, tell us about why March is important.
So March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. Of course, we always think it's important to promote responsible gaming. But March specifically is for that. And we just like to always remind people that we have a lot of help available. It's on our website. 1-800-GAMBLER is an easy number to remember if you think you have trouble, if you think you have a problem, or if somebody that you love, some family member or friend, has trouble. You can call also. But we just always want to make sure everyone remembers to play within their means, play to have fun. Don't play expecting to pay your bills or anything like that.
Yeah, I would say don't let it supplement your income.
Exactly.
Because it's probably not going to happen, and have some fun. And certainly you have I've been on the website. So go to the Maryland Lottery's website. There are links there to where you can get help if you think you need it. So I encourage you to do that as well. But speaking of fun, Gail, I always, around here, especially here at the radio station, we have a lot of fun with the scratch-off tickets. You have some new ones coming out. What do we have now to play?
Yeah, so I'm very excited about today's launch. It's the 40th anniversary, believe it or not, of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
And we have a $2 ticket, $2 scratch-off that launched today. It's really cool looking. It's very retro. It has a lot of fun stuff on there that takes you back to the movie. Mm-hmm. There are 7 top prizes instantly of $10,000, but we also have a second chance promotion for the non-winning tickets. And that's where it gets fun. I'm going to have to look at my notes, though, to remember. But we have all the prizes for the Second Chance promotion correlate to the movie. So, like, the top prize is $8,888.
Yep.
And the number 88 relates to the speed at which the time machine needs to be traveling.
Well, when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, you're going to see some serious you-know-what.
Right, exactly. 2025, we give out $2,025 is for the 40th anniversary of the movie, and a couple other prizes, but everything has to do with the movie, and it's just a cool looking ticket, I think.
It is. We have a graphic up that will pop up on the screen. It really is. When I saw that, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. One of my favorite movies of all time, and the Maryland Lottery has a scratch off. I'm going to have to get one and just frame it out because I just love it so much.
Maybe scratch it first, though, to see if it's a winner.
I know I couldn't just let it sit there.
Just in case.
I'd like to, but it's not like toys. You know, when people say, "Oh, if I could go back in time and get the toys for whatever," I just wouldn't open them. Okay, that's fine. But with this, who knows what you're sitting on?
Right, exactly.
What else do we have? So I know there's other scratch offs, not just the Back to the Future.
Yep, a few others coming out. We have a $10 more money scratch off. It's an oversized ticket, which is pretty cool with a top prize of $150,000. But it's, typically our $10 tickets are just vertical. And this is actually a square ticket, and it's bigger than the other tickets. So that'll catch people's eyes for sure. We have a $10 bingo, which a lot of people really enjoy our extended play games like bingo and crossword.
I agree.
So we always have some of those out there. And then we have a $5 mosaic money. So that has a top prize of $50,000, and it just looks cool to me. It's a pretty ticket. It looks different than I think most of our other tickets.
And I want to make sure that we and I should have said this at the beginning, Gail, but we talked about the Powerball. Any drawings that we do discuss here, obviously the Powerball, as we're recording this, it is March 24th. So tonight's Powerball is accurate to what Gail has said. However, since this video is going to be living on our YouTube page at 921thegoat.com and on YouTube, obviously, we want to make sure that if you're watching this after the 24th, that number is likely changed or that has already hit. Or just so everyone knows.
There's a slim chance that it may change before the drawing tonight. So this is
We're kind of good. We'll get you in the ballpark. But point is just play. Just go and get
speaking of ballpark, is that where you were going with that? So we are very excited about the Orioles opening day coming up. Yep. At least I am. I'm a big baseball fan. So
Same here.
Looking forward to the season. Hopefully they'll do well this year and
Fingers
win
crossed.
a playoff game. So we have our Home Run Riches promotion is back, the contestant of the game. We've been doing this for years now. Sometimes we change it up a little bit, but if you enter non-winning or winning Fast Play Home Run Riches tickets into My Lottery Reward, you're automatically entered. We select a contestant of the game for every Orioles game, so every Orioles regular season game. So for 162 games, we pick a winner, and that person receives $500 for being selected. $500 for any Orioles home runs hit during that game. And we added last year, if there's a grand slam by the Orioles that game, then they would win an additional $5,000. There were quite a few last year, so it was pretty exciting for our winners.
Oh, yeah. Last year was a great year. And I remember this has been going on since I was a kid because back when it was, now I think it's Masson unless it's changed, but it used to be HTS,
Still
Home
Masson.
Team Sports. And my goodness, it was always the Maryland Lottery player of the game, and they would announce the person, and then if it was one of those games where they were banging out a lot of homers, you're like, wow, because every time it would happen, and so just got another $500 or whatever it was at the time. So it was always really exciting. You feel like you're kind of playing along with them.
And I think we're aging ourselves that we remember Home Team Sports. I hadn't thought about that for a long time.
Mel, I'm going to throw you two more: Mel Proctor and John Lowenstein. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's my childhood. Plus, I mean, obviously Cal Ripken Jr. I mean, he's the man.
Yep. So we did have our first drawing today. So these winners have not even been contacted yet, but I can give you a sneak peek.
Yeah.
We had a lot of Western Maryland area winners this time. We picked for the first few games in the end of March, and then all of April. And we had two Hagerstown winners. I can say their name. They were Tyler Duffy and William Baker. Okay. They'll be contacted from someone in our office today, and their names will be posted on our website. So they're safe to annoance their names.
They're going to be
from Hagerstown, and then we also had a couple people from Cumberland and a couple people from Frederick. So really representing.
Yeah, come on, Western Maryland. Now, just to be clear, Gail, these are folks that their games are going to be coming up. right?
Correct. So we
Okay.
pick about like a month in advance. So we pick 1 month at a time, and
Okay.
we just did our first drawing and picked them for the start of the season through the end of April, and then we'll do another drawing the end of April for the May games and so forth. So there's still time. You just got to buy just one ticket to enter and have a good chance.
That is all it takes. Well, Gail, thank you so much for joining us. They want to reiterate a couple things. So, obviously March, Responsible Gambling Awareness Month. We touched on that. We have the Powerball tonight, estimated at, what was the total again?
It was 461 million.
Okay, and as Gail said a little bit ago, that number could fluctuate just a little bit, could increase by the time of tonight's drawing. It's March 24th is the drawing for that. So if you're watching this after the March 24th drawing, just know that the numbers that you're hearing are not accurate for Powerball. It is likely up to a different amount. It will be up to a different amount after that. And then we have Back to the Future, we have Bingo, and what was the other one that I missed? The scratch off.
More Money, that's the oversized ticket,
Right.
and then we have that pretty Mosaic Money to scratch off that launched today as well.
Well, Gail, thank you so much for joining us, and I want to have you back here. I really enjoy our conversation.
Yeah, let's do it again next month. We have really cool tickets coming out then. I'll tell you real quick, sneak peek. We have a Press Your Luck game show.
No whammies.
Right, and Let's Make a Deal. So
I love
more fun tickets to come.
Sounds great. Gail, Maryland Lottery, thank you so much for joining us on Let's Talk Tri-State today.
Thank you.
Let's talk Tri-State.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.